Can you see my screen, sir?
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Yes, yes. My voice is okay, sir.
It's clear, ma'am.
Okay. Once again, good morning to everyone. Today we are going to discuss about. It's like a discussion, or not a one-way presentation. I am going to discuss about smart grid. In smart grid, particularly, I have taken smart meter, and then related to smart grid and smart meter, the security issues. There are so many security issues, so those issues we are going to discuss. So before going to start, let me introduce myself. Myself, Indira Gandhi, working as an associate professor in the School of Electrical Engineering, Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore. So this is my official mail ID. So in case of any discussion or any research oriented help or something, if you want to contact me, you can approach me through this mail. Then, so before going to start my presentation at any place, I used to talk about my own institute, VIT. So these are all the some achievements in 2020 uh, we have reached. So then QS world ranking, everyone knows about QS world ranking. So we are in top 1000 universities. Then NIRF ranking also we are in 15th place in the engineering category. I can proudly say that in the QS World ranking, so our department, Electrical and Electronics Engineering department, is there in top 300 to 350. So it is mainly because of Hutch index citations and collaborative research done with other country peoples, so that the collaborative research as well as the publications are most important to reach higher level ranking. Then in this year 2020, we received Institution of Eminence from Government of India. Also for innovation, we received award from Government of India. So with this small introduction about VIT, we'll get into security system. So first, let me talk about smart grid and smart meter security system. Why it is most important? Why it is considered nowadays? We are talking about security system, security challenges, threats, attacks, everything. We are talking much. So why means at first in 2015 December, in Ukraine power grid, the major attack was happened. Um, complete three utility companies attacked by cyber criminals. Around 30 substations are blocked and then taken over by them. About 6 hours there is no power. That entire power grid is attacked by cyber criminals. So after that only the when countries are looking into security systems. So in the normal power grid, there is a chance for cyber attacks is less because we are not using any information technology or communication technology. We are not much incorporated those communication and information technology as well as sensor systems. So all this we have not incorporated, so that there is no chance of frequent cyber attacks. But if we come to smart grid, so we know it is a fully integrated system that is also talks about always real time data. So through communication channels, we are sending the data, we are sending the information about all control signals are passed to the system. Everything is happening through communication channels, and information is also most important information also we are passing. So it is a full of sensor signals we are using. It is intelligent, completely intelligent system we are using. So that in this place, the most important thing is to talk about cybersecurity issues. So I have taken the topic little more whatever I studied in the papers. I have collected some useful information that I am going to share with you today. So, before going to start about this cybersecurity system, so you all know about the main components of smart grid. So first one is advanced metering infrastructure. So metering infrastructure and meteorology, it is most important to measure the power, voltage, current, other types of sensors we used to have. That is under this AMI only smart meter comes. So that about that smart meter we are going to discuss in detail. Then control and data acquisition, SCADA system we are using. So mainly the attackers used to attack this part only. So SCADA systems. So because the entire control is with SCADA systems, if they attack the SCADA system, the entire network will get collapsed. So that there are two types of attacks. One is minor attack, other one is major attack. So usually major attack means like a terrorism, blocking the entire nation or blocking high top state head offices like that. They target something. It is important to the government or state government like that. They used to attack. The minor attacks like just stealing the information from the smart meter, manipulating the information, or delaying the information to take necessary action at the time, immediate actions. So like that, there are minor attacks also there in the smart grid related things. So major attacks, they mainly focus. Usually they focus on SCADA only, because if they hold a SCADA control with them, the entire system will get collapsed. Then plug-in hybrid vehicle PHEV, and then communication protocols and standards are important. So because we are going to communicate everything based on these standards, as per the standards given by some top authorized organizations, and protocols also we need to follow. So because it is not only related to particular person, every and the structure of smart grid or structure of power grid, it everyone will comes under this power grid and smart grid. So that we need to frame the standards and protocols. We need to follow the standards and protocols as well. So these are all the four major components in this. First, let me talk about communication functions. There are two major communications. In smart grid, there are two things. One is consumer, the other one is utility company. So between the consumer and utility company, we need to send the data, receive the data. The billing information need to pass to the consumer. At the same time, from the consumer premises, they used to take the data for the calculation of tariffs. So need to communicate between utility company and consumer. At the same time, if you go for a home energy management system, we used to have home and many electrical equipment which consumes power. Here we need to communicate between equipments. Exchange of data will happen. So that is also on communication. So for this communication, we need two media. One is radio frequency, the other one is power line carrier. So sometimes we can use power line for communicating the information from one place to other place. So radio frequency most of the time we used to have. So a short wave as well as long wave radio frequency we can use for communicating. Utility company, we need long wave. For short wave, for within the home or neighboring systems, if you want to communicate, we can use short wave as a radio frequency as a media. Okay, so we should know what is malicious attackers. So attackers, they are final ambition or aim of their attackers is they are doing all this attacks for the benefit of financial gain. So, in related to smart grid and smart meter, they are going to steal the data or manipulate the data. So that is most of the time it is happening. Then these are the different types of malware, viruses, spyware, ransomware, and Trojan horses. All these types, different types of malwares. Then coming to smart grid protection criteria, there are four important things related to smart grid protection criteria. One is confidentiality, and second one is integrity, and third one is availability. These three things are more important criteria for smart grid protection. So one more we have is accountability. That is also we need to take care of it. These four criteria are important when we talk about smart grid protection. First, let me talk about confidentiality. Confidentiality, the name itself it says that confidential. So that is information that must be confidential. In the particular consumer, if you take the metering information, billing information, mm, and the usage of power in the home, everything we have to keep it as a confidential. Everything we need to keep it as confidential as well as we need to protect it. Because that means we have to give authorization to the uh, set of peoples that is authorized peoples to have access on that. That is confidentiality. We need to keep it confidential data. So unauthorized person not supposed to have access to this data or information. This is very important. Then second one is about availability of data. Normally availability of data is it is like denial of service attacks. That means denial of service means delay in passing the information. So the it is completely the entire smart grid or smart metering information is it is time sensitive. If the information is not available or loss of information will affect the system. The information must reach the control center so that control center people will or automation system will take immediate actions to react to the current situation. So availability of data is also important. And then if we use power line communication, normally the availability of data within the time period is the time taken to reach the control center will take compared to radio frequency it will take more time. For example, whose message is 1850, it takes time to reach the control center 4 milliseconds of time. Okay, so if certain messages must reach the control center properly, if but attackers what they will do, intentionally they will delay the information so that because of the timing mismatch, the major accident may happen. So that is the aim of the attackers. So we need to provide the data. That is availability of data is important in the security system. Then integrity. So integrity means it is modification of improper data. So modification of data. For example, we used to have current sensors and voltage sensors. That is hardware systems used to sense the current and voltage, so that before reaching the control system, if it is manipulated or corrupted, so this corrupted data will reach the control system. Actually, in the or corrupted, so this corrupted data will reach the control system. Actually, in the normal working condition. So the operating situation is different, but because of this, if particular person or a device is used unauthorized, we used to give password if more than 5 times or 10 times wrongly, then it is accountable. Same way, billing information of the consumer also accountable. So if something, some attack happens, the evidence is billing information. So and that is what given here. Evidence in the court of law in order to determine the attacker. So that is billing information is important. So we can show the billing information what we had the previous month, what we had the entire previous year. Now after the attack, what happens? Both the billing information we can quote for. It is like a proof for finding the attacks. So accountability is also important. So we can find out the system is accessed this many times. They try to enter into the system this many times unauthorized. All this comes under accountability. This is also important when we talk about protection of smart grid. Okay. Now we are going to discuss about smart meter. We know it is a smart. The difference between smart meter and normal energy meter. So previously, first we had analog energy meter, then after the digital energy meters. So now we have digital energy meter with disk, based on the load power consumption. The disk rotates and tariff is calculated based on the rotation of disk. So smart, but in the smart meter, instead of disk, we are using the LED. Normally, LED blinking count is taken into account. Based on blinking count, the tariff is calculated. Normally, manufacturers are taking 3,200 blinking um, is considered as 1 unit of electricity consumed by the consumer. It depends upon the manufacturer. Sometimes they may increase the number of blinkings or reduce the number of blinkings. It is based on the configuration what they provided in the excuse me, smart meter. And the smart meter real-time data, real-time data at any time we can, the consumer can see in the LCD screen. So, but in the normal energy meters, it is not possible. Moreover, every 15 minutes, it will a smart meter will send the information to the consumer through GSM or something, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, anything may be used. It is equipped with the communication and information technology and the intelligent sensors. That is the difference between smart meter and normal meter. We can use this smart meter information or data for load management programs and then billing. One more thing is remote access is possible. Access as well as control is possible in case of smart meter. But normally, what we have now in our home is not having the access remotely. So there is major added advantage of smart grid. Sorry, smart meter. Then prepay meter. Prepay meter is like how we are recharging our SIM cards the same way. So actually, they used to give some offers for the prepay meter consumers. If the load demand is peak, if that time, if they are not using the power, they will get a reduced tariff. At the same time, if the load demand is less, that time if they use, they'll get less tariff. So that is completely saving the money to the consumers. Moreover, the discoms distribution companies will get guaranteed income because a prepay meter they know this consumer normally purchase for this amount like that. So that is also added advantage of this prepay meter. Then coming into smart meter standards, whenever we go for any project work or writing papers or before start any work, we must know about the standards related to that. So that I have given smart meter standards here. So one is American National Standards Institute (ANSI), the other one is IEC standard. These two standards we need to follow when the designers um, when we are going to design a smart meter. Then some of the schemes related to smart meter available in ongoing in uh, in India. So I have listed. This is for your information. So all the smart metering data is available in the Uday dashboard. So from that we can take it all the smart metering data, as well as this Energy Efficiency Services Limited. This is the official website. So this Energy Efficiency Services Limited only launched the program called the Smart Meter National Program. Through the Smart Meter National Program only, all the smart meters are installed in the consumers' premises. So this is like schemes or authority or national program happening in India related to smart meter. As per the this WSL website information, so it is taken on May 26, 2020, recently taken. So the number of meters supplied in different states and installed in different states are listed here. Bihar, UP, Delhi, Haryana. So these are all the top states installed with smart meters. Still, our states like Tamil Nadu, Andhra Pradesh, yet to receive this smart meters, and then we need to install to have a smart life. Then coming to National Smart Meter Program dashboard. So every day or every week, we can see how many meters installed in all over India. So as of now, total smart meter installed through this National Smart Meter Program is this much. And then last month installation, last month alone, 62,271 meters are installed in India. Then this distribution companies. So, what is the purpose of installing this smart meter? Whether they are getting revenue or not. So that is also displayed in the NSMP dashboard. So actually, this because of smart meters, the transmission or technical and commercial losses, aggregated technical and commercial loss or transmission commercial losses are less compared to the previous one. It is approximately 22% to 15%, so that automatically they are getting financially improved infrastructure by implementing the smart meters in the consumer premises. So these are all some features of smart meter. So net metering is possible. Net metering means some consumers may use renewable energy sources, to generate the power. So when the power, when more power, they can export the power to the grid. When the power is less from the renewable energy, they can import power from the utility. So that we can calculate by using this. That is net metering. Then we are having the LCD display in the meter itself. It shows the meter reading to the consumer. We can see in the LCD screen itself. So what is going on? What is the value of units we consume? The tariff for that units. We can see real time data, and then it is configurable with the radio frequency, media like GSM, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth. Based on the availability, we can configure with any communication interface. We can the utility company who providing smart meters, they can upgrade the system from there itself. So because the smart meters have a shelf life of 10 years. Usually manufacturers they are manufacturing the smart meter with the 10 years of shelf life. So because every year they won't want to change the smart meter in the consumer premises. Once it is installed, it will have 10 years shelf life. So if they want to upgrade something from their place remotely, they can do that. So that is also possible. Then inside the smart meter, the algorithms are installed to calculate energy, to identify the depth, then data storage, everything is possible. So because we are going to see the block diagram so that you may understand. So we can connect the if billing is not done by the consumer, we can disconnect or is there any emergency situation? In that situation also, the disconnection and connection is possible remotely. So then anti-tampering detection is also possible in smart meter. The consumer is provided with protected user login. So that is for protection. These are all some features compared to normal what we are using this normal energy meter. Then this is the general block diagram of smart meters. The smart meter, the important thing is microcontroller. Microcontroller is the master control unit. So why they have chosen manufacturers are selecting microcontroller means because of the less power consumption they are going for microcontroller. So when they start to design the smart meter, immediately the power consumption by the smart meter. So this microcontroller consumes less power, so that they have taken microcontroller as a MCU. Then for the microcontroller, we need to give inputs. There are two inputs. One is current sensor, the other one is voltage sensor. So the current is sensed and given to the microcontroller, and voltage also given to the microcontroller. We have anti-tampering mechanism. About this, we are going to discuss in upcoming slides in detail. The LCD screen for display the information to the consumer. And then wireless communication as well as wired communication is possible by using this smart meter. All these units I have given explanation. Display unit, we know to display the energy consumed. Normally in the smart meter, they used to have a optical probe. So compared to other probe, this optical probe is a bit secured. For configuration, they are using this optical probe. And then serial communication port is available to communicate with the microcontroller. So already I told you LED blinking count. LED is available. Based on the blinking count, the tariffs are calculated. Low value of electricity bill, they used to keep magnet at the back end. That is also detected. Then harm itself attacker. First, let us see the electrical tampering case line to load. Usually, we have one system that is called meter data management system. In this meter data management system, we used to have number of tampering alarm. So in the tampering alarm, we used to mention like T1, T2, T3, T4, like that. We used to tampering alarm numbers. If particular alarm is ringing, so the engineer or automatic system may understand this type of theft or fault has happened in the consumer premises. Like that, they can identify. So for that, we use meter data management system and tampering alarm. So this gives alarm when the tampering happens. When we this is first one is bypassing phase line to load. When it is bypassed, that is current transformer connected with phase line is bypassed means the voltage unbalance happens because of the output voltage in the neutral line is much higher than the phase voltage. So that is detected and alarm will be given. for tampering alarm will be given. Then in connecting input and output in the reverse, the current flow takes place. Because of this, current flow takes place in the reverse direction. Actually, if you see this diagram, you may understand this. See the red color lines. Um, if we connect the line like this, instead of forward direction, the current flow in the forward direction will take in the reverse direction. So to fool the billing calculation, they may do this type of actions. So this is also one type of attack, tampering. So for to this is also notified to the metering data management system, and the tampering alarm must be given. One more thing is connect phase and neutral line. So see here the diagram. This is utility phase. It is connected to neutral. Here also we have load. Load line is connected to neutral. If it is connected like this, actually this meter will not read any reading. So so that the measurement, if measurement stops automatically, meter tariff to the consumer. This is also one type of tampering. So for this also tampering alarm should be given. And then mechanical tampering like uh, that must be detected if the screw is rotated or meter frame is opened. All this information will reach the meter data management system, so that alarm will be given. If the frame is removed or screws are moved, or there's motion is detected, all this comes under mechanical tampering. So then already I told you about this magnetic interference. Magnetic interference uh, always affects the operation of current transformer. So normally, if the current transformer is kept inside the shield, this problem will not come. Then this is the communication path in the smart meter. So here we have home area, HAM, home area network. So it is connected to the smart meter, then smart meter to data controller, then utility company. So utility company, get the information from the data controller through Wi-Fi or internet or power line carrier. Data controller receive the information from the smart meter. This is home area network is the gateway. So everything communicated through any interface. So this is about communication routes, how it is connected to the utility company. One will see. So it is home area network, that is HAM. We saw in the block diagram at first. It is like a home gateway that receives information about the power consumption of the smart meter, and that power consumption data is displayed to the householders. So this is also this information also given to third party for the energy efficient, may be installed in the big industry or in complete big building like apartments. So if they need some energy efficient solutions, or they want to select the supplier, they want advice, some advice from third party. So that time the information is given to third party also. Then utility company is the authorized person. They used to process all the alarms. They may give the signal to connect and disconnect. So they used to give the information to the master control unit. Based on the command received from the master control unit, this relay drivers are initiated. They may switch off or on. Those the commands are received from the utility company. They are the authorized person to bill the particular customers. So all this done by this utility company. It is also connected through Wi-Fi or any sort of communication channel uh, to communicate between data controller and this utility company. Data concentrator, this is also connected through any interface like Wi-Fi, Zigbee, powerline carrier. So data concentrator or data controller or data collector, everything is same. Just to get the information from the smart meters, it is like the information from smart meter and give it to utility company, and the other way also. And third party, as I told us already, the third party, uh, that is like householders. They are third party may help to the householders for the value added services like advisors they can get from the third party in case they are getting electricity bill more than what they expected, or they want to lower the electricity bill. So based on the data provided to them, they may give some solutions to the consumers. Then mitigation of then coming to mitigation of attacks. There are different types of attacks. Uh, how to mitigate the attacks one by one, we'll see. First one is access control. Access control means that is for example, the smart meter or smart grid information is available. To whom we can give access, to whom not supposed to give access. That is important to avoid the attack. So that is about access control. There are three types of access control: discretionary access control, DAC access control, mandatory access control, and then role based access control. So this DAC access control is the utility company. They decide who does not have access to this information or data. That is DAC. Then mandatory access control means it is like a hierarchical model. We used to have lower level peoples, those who works with those who works like a supervisor, people, then higher level peoples. So they used to follow the hierarchy. So if the medium level access is given, below that people below that, so whatever the accesses others are having, they can access. Above that, they are not allowed like that. So based on the hierarchy, so the access is given. And then role based access control. There are engineers working with the smart meter or smart grid, like hardware engineer, software engineer, and then communication related works also done in the smart grid as well as smart meter. So based on the role they are going to perform, access may be given. So this is about access control. Then encryption. Encryption, in many places you may came to know about encryption. So the data, instead of giving their direct data or direct passing the information directly as such, we can encrypt the data in terms of hexadecimal numbers, equivalent hexadecimal numbers, or binary numbers, or some other text, anything. We can encrypt. Then in the receiving end, we have to decrypt as a original information. So that is also one way of our mitigating the attacks. Then authentication. Authentication means when request is received from some source, so they have to check whether it is originating from the known user or unauthorized person. That they have to authenticate. So that is authentication. That is also one way of mitigating the attack. So actually, so this authentication, coming to authentication, so this scheme must have minimal number of exchange of messages, because there is a problem of network traffic. So if there is network traffic, this sometimes some messages are time sensitive. If it is not reached at correct time due to network traffic, so that may lead to some issues. So we may ensure, we have to ensure whether the exchange of messages are minimum. Then regular security patches and updates. Security patches means like once the product is released, it may be a smart meter or smart grid equipments, anything. The product is released already, but they want to fix a bug or error discovered. They want to upgrade or update, or they want to do regularly. So companies normally they may have old version, they want to upgrade to new version. So while upgrading or updating, they have to see the security, they have to ensure the security level. So if it is even if you take a laptop, so many times we used to change the operating OS. Then due to evaluation of technology, we used to upgrade. Even in your mobile also, we used to update. So these updates not supposed to hmm, leave the security issues. Always they have to consider the security of the device. Then updates must be provided to the consumer. Then physical security, we need to have tampering mechanism. So if there is any tampering, physical tampering, or related to electrical tampering, mechanical tampering, motion detection, or electromagnetic interference, or opening switches, opening covers, everything comes under the physical activity, that is tampering. So that must be intimated to the control center. Then backdoors and logins. So if the backdoors are normally placed for the surveillance purpose or law enforcement purposes, so if the backdoors are already there in the system, it is very difficult to identify. But normally they used to, the criminals used to hide the backdoors by using free apps and plugins. So when we are going to install app or plugins in your system, we have to make sure whether it is coming from the reputable source, or some fraud, or some criminals are they are doing, that we have to check. So if they, and once if they enter through backdoors, they will completely they will steal our information, what type of equipment is used in our home, what time it is used. So everything is accessible by using the smart meter data. In this particular period, no one is there in the home, everything is accessible. So that is also that must be avoided. Logins. If the particular manufacturer is providing smart meter to all the consumers, they must know. They must give different logins. So they're not supposed to use same login to all, default logins to all the users. This is about backdoors and logins. Then next we are going to see about load hiding. Actually, it comes under consumer occupancy detection. Occupancy detection, cyber criminals or attackers, they used to attack the network. So not only stealing the data or manipulating the data, for some other purposes also they may attack the network. So the occupancy detection is also one type of attack. So based on the smart meter data, they may come to know whether people are available in the home, what are the equipments used by the consumer, what time they are using. Everything is possible to take from smart meter data. So for that, initially we used to they used to have battery load hiding. Battery load hiding means we can hide the load. Actually, we are going to flatten the household energy demand by using this battery load hiding. But later they found some limitations on the battery load hiding. Actually, later to battery problem is capacity of the battery. So charging as well as discharging need limited. Then so the cost of the battery is also high. So we need to optimize between size of the battery or cost of the battery and then so our aim is to minimize the leakage of information. For that, we cannot spend much more amount. So that is the limitation on battery load hiding. So uh, they are nowadays they are not using this battery load hiding. Instead, they are using chemical energy storage that we are going to see next. So then, mitigation for attacks on the data, it is like Shami's secret sharing. That is triple-S method. So this method, here also we are encrypting the data and reconstructing data. So encrypting the data means then the group of peoples or group of participants or if they encrypted, they when the group of peoples again if they join the reconstruction will takes place. So there is a possibility of less possibility of attacking the data. Then I already told you battery load hiding. So now instead of battery load hiding, nowadays privacy. So CHPR that uses the chemical energy storage instead of using battery. Chemical energy storage is used. Sorry, batteries we used to have chemical energy storage. Instead of chemical energy storage, we are going to have heat and privacy. Heat means this heaters. Normally, we used to have heaters in our home. In that, some equipment may be fixed. So based on the occupancy, so like based on the algorithm, so when people are not there, the heat energy is stored. When the heater is working and heat energy is stored, so the smart meter will show the some units consumed in this home, so that the attackers may come to know. So there are some people inside the home like that. By using the technique or algorithm, in terms of heat energy, we are consuming the power so that we are making the attackers get confusion. This is about combined heat and privacy. So partially the demand flattening, and then why we are partially flattening the curve means, so in order to avoid large power variation. So if someone is there in the home or occupied by the peoples, the power demand is high. If entirely the house is closed, the power demand is maybe less. That variation should be minimized. For that only we are using the heater and the combined heat and privacy policy in case of occupancy detection. And then, so they used to inject the artificial power signatures. Um, that is also provides some variations in the power. Then, based on the previous patterns, home activity patterns, it performs the operation. So, if the similar kind of pattern is there for the last 1 month or last 1 week, based on that pattern, it will also adjust the current energy consumption so that the occupancy may not be detected by the attacker. So, actually, it is related to consumer. Uh, it is related to consumer privacy, so that not supposed to detected by the attacker, so that we need to take care of this also when we talk about security. Then signature based ideas. Signature based ideas, it is like I'll explain with the block diagram. In the signature based ideas, the previous attacks, so it may be a small attack or a big attack, whatever may be the attack. So we used to have the database here. This is the previous signatures available in the database. Now, based on the critical files, network traffic, log files, everything given to traffic collector. This information is given to the signature based ideas. So what it will do means, the once the attack is detected, this will compare with the database. If it is matched with the previous signatures, then alarm will be given. If there is mismatch, then it is sent to the system based on the system admin report. The system performs. So this is about signature based ideas. The disadvantage of signature based ideas is sometimes if new attack comes, we can't find it because in the database only old signatures are available. If the new attack comes into role, that we have to enter into the database. So after detecting it, that is the disadvantage of this signature based ideas. Moreover, in the signature based attacks, so if the database becomes very larger, so it is the processing of this processing of the data will take time. So that is also disadvantage in the signature based idea. Next one is anomaly based ideas. The anomaly based ideas. So the system will see, is there any notorious behavior. Yeah, normally we used to have normal profile, so of our power consumption pattern, everything we used to have. If there is some difference, huge difference, or some huge variation behavior is um, seen by the system, so that time this ideas will work. So that we used to keep some threshold value. So if variation is more than the threshold value, then alarm will be generated. See, if you see this block diagram, you may understand. So this is network traffic normal profile. So this is anomaly based ideas. At the input, normal profile is available in the database. So we used to check both. The current profile is normal profile. If it is looks like normal profile, the false alarm will be given. If it is like abnormal profile, then it is given to the threat analyzer. Then threat analyzer, here also we used to have database. So this database, the previously happened threats we used to keep. So it will compare with the previously available database. If the threat is known, then alarm will be given. If threat is unknown, then it is given to the learner. Then through this, it is given to the administrator. Administrator will take decision and they will generate the report. As of now, we discussed about some indication of attacks and different types of mitigation, how the attacks are mitigated. So now we are going to see about Android app used for smart meter, then IoT based smart meter, harmonic analysis how it is done in the smart meter. All this we are going to see. First one, there are so many Android app related to smart energy meter. So in the Bihar government itself, they designed the Android app to monitor the smart energy meter, so that the consumer can easily see the metering values as well as pricing information. So this is to help the consumer to know about the energy consumption data lively. The standard apps are developed. So this particular app see here, mm, this energy meter, energy meter, when it is turned on, you can see what is the voltage value, what is the current, so what the power value, power factor value, frequency, and total energy used, and then CO2 emission. Even CO2 emission also displayed in the app. So all this we can see metering data. Pricing also the consumer can see by using this app. What is the current tariff? What is the total energy cost? So everything, the estimated cost daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, everything they can see by using this Android app. When it is switched off, only it shows the voltage of 223.8 VAC for single phase system, and frequency power factor is 1, and frequency is near to 50 hertz. So all the other bills are showing uh, 0. So we can see both metering information as well as pricing information by using this Android app. Then IoT based smart meter, IoT based smart energy meter. Previously, I have shown the block diagram of smart energy meter. We implemented this in our lab. Again, it will turn on. So all this, that is purely to help the every smart meter used to have one microcontroller and then one Wi-Fi module, LCD screen, current sensor, voltage sensor, all this. Normally, we need to provide the voltage to this sensors as well as microcontroller for this obtained from this step-down transformer rectifier. Then relay unit. If there is any emergency, so remotely they can send the on-off commands to the MCU. So once the MCU receives this command, the relay operation takes place. They can connect and disconnect based on the emergency conditions. Then, so this is also we did as a project. On the master control unit, we can provide the data to the Fourier analysis, so fast Fourier transform. Here, this is like mathematical algorithm. Here we have. Actually, we need to calculate the RMS value of voltage and RMS value of current. So by using the values of RMS value of voltage and current, the fast Fourier transform performs, and then it finds out the accurate value of harmonics, total harmonic distortion. So if it is this total harmonic distortion may be uh, compared with the standard IEEE standard values, both current harmonics as well as voltage harmonics. If it is within the limit, then no problem. So if it's above that, we can store the information in the IoT. Then it is through interface we can provide this information to the consumer also. So this harmonic analysis also possible. So we can extend the system based on the requirement, based on the consumer requirement. We can extend simply. Actually, this is one useful open source flat material. So all this we can do it. Actually, we did this. Sometimes we used to have all the materials or elements we are going to connect in the circuit, but we may have doubt on the wiring. So, but if you go to this website, if you type this particular equipment element name, automatically it shows the connection. If you are keeping node MCU, if you want to connect with LCD display, so automatically it shows the connection. So that it helps a lot to making the hardware at first in the lab itself. So then voltage sensor connection, current sensor connection, everything it shows without any error. Sometimes if you select wrong battery also it will give instruction. So for this type of equipment, the power source wrongly you have selected. If you select power source, it won't say anything. If you select wrongly, it correct yourself. Then automatically we can change the battery so that power will be given. So we can purchase easily the same type of battery. Like that, more information is available here for the hardware connection. Then this is you should know about ThinkSpeak. So because I talked about IoT based smart energy meter. So it is also IoT analytics platform. Actually, the main advantage of this ThinkSpeak is we can write and execute MATLAB code. So for the pre-processing, visualization, and analysis. Inside this ThinkSpeak, we can write the write and execute the MATLAB code. That is main advantage of this ThinkSpeak. So it is open IoT analytics platform. But if the live data is given, we can aggregate, we can visualize the data, analyze the data, and all this done by using this ThinkSpeak. That based on the analysis, we can send the alerts to the mail IDs, to some mobile app, even some social media. We can give information by using this. So if ThinkSpeak is available, if you want to build the prototype, so there is not necessary to set up the server or web software development. So it is like cloud, open cloud we can use for our use. One more software used is OpenCMeter. Actually, OpenCMeter is it is also, I told you already about harmonic analysis. Harmonic analysis, normally we used to have this FFT, fast Fourier transform. Here, by using this open source, we can easily do the electrical energy measurement as well as power quality measurement. Actually, this open meter is it is like a collaborative project done by University of Almeria and University of Granada. So both they combine, they developed this. It is fully related to advanced mathematical algorithms. So by using this advanced mathematical algorithms, we can calculate accurately. We can measure the electrical quantities. So both hardware as well as software. 1 minute. We can for the power quality measurement in the new smart grid and microgrid, we can use this software. This is about something related to security of smart meter security, and then basics related to smart meter. So what I learned from previously published papers, I have collected the information and presented here. So thank you for your patient listening. If you have any queries, you can ask me. I will help you out.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative session. I request all the participants, if you have any queries related to the presentation, you can unmute mics and you can ask the question.
Okay. So the first question I received from Vijay Krishna. Present companies providing smart meters is cost economical. So actually the smart meters are installed through so this national program I told you, right? Wait a minute, 1 minute. The smart meter national program. So through this only we are as of now in India we are installing the smart meters through that only. So there is no point of talking about money or cost. So because through government only we are installing. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Participants are requested to post your queries in the chat box.
Yes, Sanjay sir. Your question is smart meter of capable of net metering for grid connected renewable energy source. Yes, sir, it is possible. So based on the requirement, we can. It is possible to have net metering. Then, what are the practical challenges to face and fix the smart meter in real time? So, if there is any network traffic, um, so if you are in the emergency condition, so if there is any network traffic or nowadays we know about network related issues much than the previously have what happened because of that network issues only. So because we are fully belongs to communication technology. So if there is any problem with the network, that may affect the performance of smart meter.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Uh, Vinod sir, any other questions?
Ma'am?
Yes.
The participants are requested to post your queries in the chat box, or else you can unmute your mics and you can ask the resource person. We will wait for just 2 minutes.
Okay, sir. No issues, sir.
Yes, ma'am. There is a query.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Have you noticed cube attack on smart meter? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I have not familiar with this cube attack. As of now, I have studied. I have gone through many papers, but cube attacks. It is not related to smart meter. There is no cyber attack in that. In smart meter, as of now, there is no cyber attack is realized.
Thank you, ma'am, for your response for all the queries.
Okay, sir.
The session was very much informative, and I hope our participants would have got enough knowledge related to smart metering concept. And I request the convener, Dr. K. Sudev, take for the session.
Thank you, Vinod. First of all, I would like to say thanks to first person, Indira Gandhi ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much, ma'am. Immediately you accepted our request and presented a valuable session for our participants. On behalf of our management and our department committee members, my heartfelt thanks to you, ma'am, for your session and valuable time spent with us. I hope all the participants have improved their research skills, especially in the smart grid area. And I hope you noted all the points and it might be using in your future work. Thank you so much to all the participants. And Special thanks to ma'am. My heartful thanks to you, ma'am.
Okay,
And
sir.
this was for your support, ma'am.
Okay, sir. So thank you to all the participants for their patient listening. And then I thank SVCE management as well as the electrical electronics department for organizing such a wonderful short-term training program. And my special thanks to Dr. Sudhi for inviting me as a speaker. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So in future, if they need any help from VIT or from me, you can contact me at any time, sir.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Departments will be having the end session for the 6 days STTP sponsored STTP by 2 p.m. or 2 to 3. We will be having the last session, that is day 6 session 2. After that, we will be having the closing session. Thank you one and all. Please be on time by 2 p.m.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.